Nothing over music. John, are you ready? Ron, are you ready? Jose, let's go!
Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still. Yeah, all season long we gonna keep the garden live. Let me introduce you to New York, starting 5. Listen to the podcast, like it and share it. What highlights of RJ, Broadway, bear it. The question is, what kind of offense we gonna run, son? It doesn't matter, we got Jalen Brunson. Let him drive the lane, you know that we stopping them. Welcome to the block party, Mitchell Robinson. You need a deep shot, call Evan Fournier. Look behind the 3-point line and find him over there. And trust, there's nothing we can't handle. If things go left, we call Julius Randle. Look all the way up and see OB topping. And NY, it's good to see your IQ dropping. Hit the defender with a hezzy, he froze. Classic, vintage, D-Rose. You wanna see fans do? Tell me what the bet is. Human highlight, you gotta keep your cam on reddish. You can't handle the beef, then why start? And make sure you tune in to catch iHeart. Put the Knicks on the New York Times with the vets and the youngins like Quentin Grimes. Run with us or run from us, it's time to pick sides before I end up waving the deuce like McBride. Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, go! Still Knicks fans, still Knicks fans, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still SKF, SKF, still. Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.
What is going on, people? What's happening? How is everybody doing out there in Nickland? Hopefully you guys are doing great. I know I'm fantastic. It's you know, what can we really say? I mean, our New York Knicks are winners of 7 in a row. I mean, come on, let's go, baby. Let's go. The New York Knickerbockers. Hey, man, listen. Stranger things. This makes sense because it only could happen to the Knicks, right? The Knicks could only play as bad as they played most of the season. Their defense could be as, the worst defense we've seen a Tom Thibodeau coach team play, and then turn it around and play, pretty stellar defense, top 10 defense, and win 7 in a row. I mean, Knicks are very Jekyll and Hyde, man. I don't know what to say. It's crazy. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning into SKF Weekly. This is episode 9 of season 3. As you can see, I'm here holding it down. John ain't here. John is actually on vacation, folks, enjoying himself. Hopefully he's having a great time, him and the fam. So, hey, man, wherever you are, enjoy yourself, brother. Happy holidays to you and yours. Make the best of it. But I'm not by myself, because I am here with none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Jose, holding it down. Let's go, Jose. Let's go. Yeah, man. So
Thank you for that intro. This is Still Knicks Fans with Ron and John. But John's on vacation. We had to pay him to go on vacation. So Still Knicks Fans with just Ron. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on, guys. Things are happening. I don't know. All right. I'm okay.
Wait. Let's look at the comments. Cause right now, we have John from Still Knicks Fans tuning in. Hope you're having fun. Bring me back a souvenir. Thank you, John.
Okay. All right. It's going to be one of those shows, I guess. Oh, man. All right. Shout out to John. I see you, brother. He said, Knicks Nation, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's episode of Still Knicks Fans. I'm sending you all love and blessings during this holiday season. Shout out to my bros, Ron and Jose. Let's go. Appreciate you, my bro. Yeah, Jose hit us with his best weekend interpretation. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm talking about. You don't know what you're going to get here on Still Knicks Fans. Really, really good times. So, it sounds like someone's in a bag of chips. I don't know. What's going on. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's some gummy bears. Could be. Shout out to Geraldine McIver, the first lady of Still Knicks Fans and the Knicks community worldwide. Salute to you, Geraldine. Let's go. Craig is in the building. What's good, Craig? Dwayne Dennis is here. Angel Torres. Jiggerman Porto is in the building. What's good? Obviously, we said John is here listening from afar. Angel Torres, I said, okay, Wayne Peterson is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. And Knicks Morning Brew is here too. Heck is in the building, and Jiggerman Porto's here. Guys, as I always say, if you haven't checked out their show yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. By the time you catch on, it won't be too late. You can still catch on, but everybody will be notified. You won't be like, yo, did you hear about that new show? Knicks Morning Brew or Yankees Morning Brew? Yo, it's fire. Check it out. You won't be the person to be able to put people on because they'll be putting you on. So I'm saying, don't miss the boat. Jump on. That's right. Knicks Morning Brew and the Yankees Morning Brew on the DGen Sports Network. You got my man Heck. You got my man Jiggerman Porto and his brother Phil Porto. 11 a.m. Monday through Friday. Check them out. Knicks Morning Brew, Yankees Morning Brew on the DGen Sports Network. So, guys, I don't know what to say. Oh, also, you know what? One more thing, Craig and whoever else. I saw, I've been kind of busy with work and other stuff. I saw some comments come in from the last show. I haven't had a chance to respond to them yet, but I appreciate you guys. Notice I see all the comments. I just want to get back to them, but I just haven't had the time to get back to them yet. But, you guys comment on the shows and I appreciate that. And then sometimes you guys leave comments letting me know about other stuff. Like the other day, who was it? Kimball Walker dropped like 34 points, I think, or 32 points, and someone put it. I think it might have been Craig who put it in the comment section to let me know what happened. I appreciate that. So I'll definitely have a chance to respond when I get a moment, hopefully after the show, to respond to all that stuff, man. So thank you guys, appreciate it as always. Also, shout out to my guy Subliminal 209, man. It's good to see you in the chat, brother. It's been a minute, man. I haven't had a chance to chop it up with you. I miss being able to talk to you on Saturdays. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes the schedule doesn't work for you. And I haven't had a chance to jump on your show because it comes on usually at around 11:30 on Thursday nights. So, guys, if you haven't checked that out, Knicks After Party with Subliminal 209 and my man Cully. So yeah, on the Blorange Tears network. So definitely check that show out. Appreciate you guys. Salute to y'all. And good to see you, bro. Okay. So without further ado, we're in Nick land. Everything is golden right now. Listen, all the haters out there who didn't want to see us win, sorry, we're winning despite all the hate. All the Nick fans who are a little concerned about this season going forward, prior to the win streak, okay, we're back in better standing. We can feel good about the product. We can feel good about our team again and understand they're at the right mindset and they're on track. So, there's no time for hate. And as much as I said what I said as far as trading Julius and firing Tibbs, I don't want to see any of that happen right now because they're playing well and I want them to continue to play well. I'm just saying long term, it's something you gotta kind of think about because, you know, things last for seasons, right? You know what I mean? That whole phrase, like we got winter, spring, summer, and fall. That's how life is too. Just like we're on this 10 game. Did I say what I was thinking they might do? Oh, no. We're on this 7-game win streak right now, which could be 10. I'm just saying it's a possibility. We could go on a losing streak, or we can get to a little bit of a, not maybe a streak, but a time where things aren't falling as like we like. So the point is, we just got to let it all play out, root for our team, understand that they are playing better. They're playing like one now. They're playing together. And that's what I haven't really seen for most of the season. Like we've seen them play, have a good game where they played well, but I'm talking about now they're playing together. They're playing like a unit, which is great. They're starting to trust each other. I'm still waiting for RJ to get on board with that. He's coming along slowly. I'm not quite there yet with him on that. But once he starts really buying into trusting his teammates and the rest of them continue to do it, I'll be happy. Certain things intellectually you'd like them to change. Like IQ, if you ain't got it, you got to stop jacking. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Quentin Grimes has been the difference maker for us in regards to his play out there on the court. He's making everybody better, right? But sometimes you got to reciprocate as a teammate. You got to say, yo, we've been playing. Quentin Grimes has played like 30 minutes, whatever it is. We got to get this guy some shots, give him the ball, put him in a position so he can get to the basket and do his thing, keep him engaged. This is a problem I have sometimes with this Knicks team. They don't do enough to get these guys that are working hard for them on the defensive end, the bread and butter. They're not giving them the rock. Quentin Grimes needs to get the rock in the game. He needs to get, I don't know. I don't know how the whole thing shakes out, but I would say somewhere around 6 to 9 touches. I don't know if that's a lot or if that's not, you know what I mean? But I think around 6 to 9 touches is nice to give him so he can get engaged in the game. Another person who the Knicks need to feed and get engaged is Mitchell Robinson, man. Look, Mitchell is not that offensively gifted. We know who he is, right? But we also know there's ways to get him involved in the game on the offensive side. And we've seen that he's been killing it on the defensive side. Sometimes he doesn't have to get a block, but he alters the shot. He's been getting rebounds. He's killer on the offensive boards. But have you guys noticed that when the Knicks get him engaged, when he gets alley-oops, when he gets the ball around the basket, outside of him just rebounding it and putting it back up himself, but when they give it to him and he has a chance to score, his defense goes up too. He gives us even more effort. You got to get these guys involved in the game, man. Let them know that they're part of the team throughout the whole game, bro, not just on the defensive side. Oh, yeah, you're the cleanup guy. Anyway, that's my little rant for the moment. I just want these guys to all get involved and continue with that whole we're a unit thing. So, also, shout out to Wonder Woman is in the building. What's good, Wonder Woman? Good to see you. Pleasure. Black Thoughts is in the building. What's good, Black Thoughts? Thank you for being here. And I think this is your first time tuning into our SKF weekly show. Yeah, man, the format is a little different. The setup's a little different. Hopefully you enjoy the comment, the content and, the whole shebang. Unfortunately, John's not here, so you can't see Ron and John, but it's all right. I'm holding it down and I got Jose holding it down with me. So we're good. Let's go. Yeah, man, that's I just want to see if did I miss anybody? No, I think I got everybody. And shout out to those who may be viewing that ain't in the chat, that don't want to really, comment. Appreciate you. And shout out to John once again. Smash that like button. I see you, buddy. David L's in the building. What's good? Appreciate you. Let's see. Let me see if there's any. Give you guys a little love, man. See if there's any comments I can address before I get into the rest of the show. Oh, and okay, thank you, Heck, for doing that. Knicks Morning Brew, my guy Heck put in the actual way you can find them on YouTube. It's at Knights of Degen on YouTube / Twitch. You can catch them on Twitch too. So that's where you can find them. Yeah, Black Thought said yes, they should be feeding him. He's good on the pick and roll. Agreed. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I see you, Subliminal. Subliminal says, do you think we need a utility wing player in case Grimes or RJ goes down? Yeah, I think it's very important, especially to be mindful. You got to be careful with Grimes because, he's finally starting to get some minutes, right? And some extended minutes on certain occasions. At one point, we saw during this 7-game win streak, Thibodeau played him 44 minutes. That's a lot of minutes, especially for someone who hasn't really played like that, coming back from injuries from, the end of last season. He's got the brace on his leg. So, I don't know if any of you guys have had knee issues or anything like that, but, at me growing up, and that's part of the reason why I never amounted to much, is I always had knee issues, always. And those things linger, and you got to ice them down, and they swell up, and you get water in your knee and all this stuff after, a lot of friction and moving. So yeah, that's something you got to be mindful of. Hopefully they take care of him, man. But you're right. That is something I think they should really think about. But I think it's gonna happen in some way of fashion, because they got to figure out a way to get off of Fournier. And probably more importantly, since Cam is the one guy who should probably be playing if there was nothing else going on, they got to figure out a way to trade Cam. So yeah, I think that's the spot you target, a wing player to really help if Grimes or RJ goes down, and maybe depending on who that player is, maybe you get a Ginsu type player who can play the small forward and the power forward, like a Kyle Kuzma, or if there's someone else out there like that, because the Kyle Kuzma, it gives you that ability. He can play the small forward and he can play the power forward. So you got some interchangeability there. He's good on defense. And he's versatile scorer. He did something yesterday that had me steaming because I had put in a little FanDuel, if you know what I mean. And I'll be watching these players. I'll be like, okay, they haven't done this in a long time, and I haven't seen it, right? And so I picked Kyle Kuzma to not have more than like 14 or 15 rebounds. This Joker had 16 rebounds. Could you believe Kyle Kuzma? I was like, whatever, man. That's how it works. Anyway, yeah, man, that's just my luck sometimes. Yeah, but I probably should have kind of figured that he might go off a little bit, because it was the Wizards versus the Lakers, and he's gonna try to stick it to the Lakers. He had a really good game, so that was my bad. But I didn't think he was gonna have 16 rebounds. Come on now. Anyway, let's see. And I don't really know of anybody else out there at the moment, but as we get closer, I guess when we get to the trade deadline, some names are going to start popping up that we can see what might work for us, if it's a possibility. Let me see. Yeah, that's true too, Subliminal. He said Grimes is a team player, but he does get a little unselfish at times. Yeah, man. He It's not a lack of confidence for him, but I think he just wants to be a team player. He just wants to continue to be there and do his role, and that's part of the reason why we didn't get to see enough versatility from Grimes last year. If you remember, especially on NBK, shout out to Sim who interviewed his trainer. He was talking to the trainer, and the trainer was saying like, you didn't get a chance to really see as much as Grimes could offer because he played in the system and the role that Thibodeau wanted him to do. He wanted him in the corner, waiting for the ball to be moved, and if the shot presented itself, to take it. This year, he really worked on being more versatile, so that way, if he got the ball in a different spot, he could attack the rim or he could do something else with it. But he hasn't really been getting a lot of opportunities, and that's unfortunately on his teammates. That's on Randall. That's on RJ. That's even on Jalen Brunson and whoever else he's playing with. They got to figure out a way to get Grimes involved because you know what? Grimes is really a special player in the fact that he can give you a little of what Fournier can. I won't say he can give you what Fournier, because when Fournier is going, Fournier is lights out, bro. So I don't want to take that away from Fournier. Grimes can have his moments too, but you know he's still streaky. Let's give him a little time to get it right. But what Grimes can do is not only can it be that way, he can be streaky from the outside and be on, but he can also take you to the rack. You know what I mean? He can get to the rack. He's got a good enough dribble that he can get to the rim, and then he can dish it off. He's got good court vision. He can pass the ball. So they got to get Grimes involved a little bit more. I definitely think they do. David L says we got to get past the first round. We got 7-foot bigs, and one is better at second unit. Power forward, iHeart, then add Sims, nasty, and good chemistry with Bride. Yeah, I agree with that, and I do like the fact that Thibodeau is still using that lineup of Jericho at the 5 and Hartenstein at the 4, which I hoped he would do, and he's still doing it. So that's good. David L also says McBride is the best defender, lacking minutes, but we good. Yeah, it's interesting because I've noticed the past game or two, I think his minutes have dropped down a little bit since what he was playing before, because he was in like the 20s. I think I saw it, the higher 20s. I think I saw it drop down a little bit, but that's okay. They just got to figure out a way to kind of get him in there and keep him engaged as well, because he's another player that if he can get in there, start to see a couple shots drop, his intensity starts to go up, because you know on defense he can hound you, and if he starts to feel good about himself offensively, all that gets ratcheted up, man. So you got to take advantage of that. Oh wow, thank you, Black Thought. I didn't know. I appreciate you. He said I've been sub to you for a while. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Because I know there's people who also subscribe but don't like to kind of really get in the chats, or on the Saturday show they don't like to get in the panel and stuff like that. So yeah, and I did see you the other day. So yeah, definitely appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let's see. Dwayne Dennis is in the building. What's good? Salute to you. Let's see. David L said, we got 3 bigs in room. We got to get to past the first round. We got that right defense identity now. Facts. Yeah, I think we do. I think we're starting to find our identity again, which is on the Tibbs. It's got to be defense. Dwayne Dennis said things are going well for our team. Houston. Yeah. So all systems go. Think we have a team, but there is still a reason for concern with rotations and adjustments due to possible starting lineup, burnout, and injury. Very good point, Dwayne Dennis. That is the thing that you got to worry about with a Tom Thibodeau coach team, especially when he has decided to limit the rotation to go 9 deep or maybe 10 deep if he has to. But for the most part, he's decided to go 9 deep. And when you do that, you're going to have issues where guys can get burned out. And there's a lot of pressure, a lot of attention to keeping this streak alive, because, who are we kidding? The players love streaks, and they've won 7 in a row. They want to keep it going. Plus, the Brooklyn Nets have a 6-game winning streak, and the Knicks want to be better than Brooklyn all the time. That's a fact. Let me see. Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. So, guys, let's get into the weekly recap real quick. So, once again, the Knicks are on a 7 game win streak. They've won 7 in a row. They played the Chicago Bulls this week twice, back to back at Chicago, which is a new thing that they're doing in the NBA because of scheduling, and I guess just making it easy for travel from one city to another city. Instead of them doing home and homes back to back, they've decided to kind of, at certain cases, do home and homes at the same city. So that's been happening around the league at different teams. And in this case for the Knicks, it was 2 games back-to-back in Chicago at the Bulls. The first game in Chicago, the Knicks, basically, I don't know if you can say they had a little bit of a struggle. Yeah, I guess you could say they struggled a little bit to kind of figure out how to close the Bulls out because they were playing well all game. The Bulls had moments where they definitely were playing good. DeRozan was killing the Knicks. His 2-point game was on one. They couldn't stop him. They were trying, but when DeRozan gets it going, he's tough to stop. Now, granted, they did enough to slow him down, but he dropped 32 points on them. So it wasn't that easy for them. Zach LaVine had a really good game in that game as well. He had 25 points. Vucevic had 19. And then they had 12 from Kobe White and 11 from Patrick Williams. So they had 5 guys in double figures. And they played pretty well. But the Knicks in this game, behind, once again, very good play from Julius Randle, who had 31, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. He had 6 turnovers, but that's okay because, he was doing a lot. He was trying to do everything out there on the court. He had the ball in his hands. You're going to turn the ball over, especially when the team is trying to double team you or get the ball away from you and you're fighting through. You're going to make some mistakes. So he had 6 turnovers. He played 46 minutes, guys. 46 minutes. So Thibodeau is definitely back to his Thibodeau ways. I mean, RJ played 33 minutes, Julius 46, Mitchell 35, Jalen Brunson 39 minutes, Quentin Grimes 36 minutes, Emmanuel Quickly 34 minutes. Yeah, that's a Thibodeau team. Yeah, RJ played well. He had 22 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Jalen Brunson had 30 points, 7 assists, and 1 steal. He played well. And I guess and also Quentin Grimes added 14. So that's good. That was a good use of Quentin Grimes. And Mitchell Robinson had 8 in this game with 10 rebounds. So when you do like that and get these guys involved, I think we have a much better chance of winning the basketball game. I think you get a much better effort from them too because they're engaged. And the other thing I was going to say, which I've been saying, if we have a chance where we can consistently get good basketball play from RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson, we got a chance to win every game we're in. So, and that's what happened in this game. It wasn't easy. They did have to, figure out how to get them down the stretch, especially when the Bulls started making it very difficult for Julius Randle to score in the fourth quarter. Caruso was up in him, pause. He was, playing him very aggressively, should I say. It frustrated Julius a little bit because he couldn't really get to his spots and his shots were contested. They were sending help at certain moments. And no one else really stepped up until Jalen Brunson did. And that's why I think Jalen Brunson has been really big. He's been the key. As much as Julius has been the go-to guy, like the guy to get us, in good position to get going, get a lead and stuff. Jalen has been the closer, man. Jalen has definitely been the closer. So shout out to him. And the Knicks wound up winning this game 128-120. A nice victory. So then, you're thinking, oh, okay, now we got to face the Bulls again. And a lot of times with teams, the opposite team that lost the first game will make an adjustment because they just saw you. They saw what you wanted to do. It's almost like a playoff game, an adjustment needs to be made. So you think the Bulls have a really high chance of winning the second game. This was rare. So in actuality, what happened was it seemed like the Knicks did a real good job of studying what the Bulls were trying to do, and they came out and played really well in this second game of the back-to-backs against Chicago. In this game, the Knicks wound up winning, convincingly, 114-91. Now, I will say that Jalen Brunson is the MVP of this game for me because there was a really big moment in this game where Chicago went up by around 8 or 9 points. And in games like this, in situations like this, when you know you're playing a back-to-back, you know the other team is going to hit you with their best shot. In the past, the Knicks might have folded, but they didn't. They did not fold. And Jalen Brunson came down the court and hit a three and cut the lead. And then they were able to get a stop. Then Jalen Brunson came down the court and hit another three. They didn't get a stop, and this time I think Zach LaVine came down and hit another three, right? And so it kind of extended whatever the lead was cut to. But then Jalen Brunson came down the court again and hit another three. So those 3 threes in that spurt brought the lead back down to like 3 or 4 points. It was something like that. And from that moment on, the Knicks just kept fighting and turned it on. It's a really psychologically, it's a big thing because when you go down like 8 or 9 points and you know the team is about to make their run, if you don't hit your next couple shots, you are going to be down big quickly. And then it starts to spiral. So the fact that Jalen Brunson came down and hit those 3 threes was tremendous to me, though. That was, if you could put them all together, that was the play of the game. Put all 3 of those shots together. That's how big they were. And it allowed the Knicks to, basically hold them off and withstand that run. And then they took off from there and never looked back, actually. RJ Barrett had another good game, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Julius Randle this was really good too. He didn't really have his shot going in this game, but he still finished with 19 points. He had 3 steals for Julius, 4 assists, and he finished with 12 rebounds. So he contributed in other ways. And this is what I was concerned about, and I'm happy that he was still playing with the same level of intensity and decided, I'm going to do whatever I can to help my team, win. That's an impact player right there. If Julius continues to play like this, we're going to have to look at him differently once again. We'll see. We'll see how the season unfolds. Jalen Brunson finished with a nice game, 22 points, 6 assists, 3 steals. Quentin Grimes had it really going this game, 22 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Really good shooting night for him. And I was upset that RJ selfishly did not pass to him on a transition break. I know it was passing from a layup position to a 3-point shot, but it's a wide open 3-point shot. It's still early in the game, and Quentin Grimes was hot. He had just hit a couple shots prior to that. So anyway, it is what it is, guys. And so the Knicks made an adjustment to the Bulls, and they really kind of put the clamps down on them, as well as the Bulls didn't do themselves any favor. They weren't shooting that well, but DeRozan was held to 14 points. Patrick Williams had 10, and Zach LaVine was held to 17 points. So it was a great job by the New York Knicks, and fantastic way to sweep an away series versus a team. So there you go. That's 2 games out of the 3. And then we've got one more left, in which this was probably out of these most recent games, out of the 7 games. No, because the Cavalier game was important too, and not that easy. And the Atlanta Hawk game could have went another way too. So, but I would say throughout this, last few games, the Hornets, the Kings, and then the Bulls twice, this Indiana game was one that I had circled. Like, I really wanted to see how they played against Indiana. We played Indiana before, and we know how that shook out. So this time around, I was really interested to see what happened. And the Knicks came out and really gutted it out to a victory in a tough game, a back and forth game the whole night. Knicks wound up winning 109-106, but it really wasn't easy. It was definitely a tough game. And then it felt like a playoff intense type game because it was just such back and forth action. And the other thing is Buddy Hield. In games like this, when the opposing team's player is hitting shots in your face and you're trying everything, like I'm not even gonna be mad at RJ. RJ was playing good D on him, and at certain points, Buddy Hield was just jacking putting it through his legs, crossover, and hitting right in RJ's face. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't, tip your hat. It is what it is. Shout out to him. It was a really nice display of basketball. It's not, but the difference is the Knicks played well enough that they could pull out the victory. In this game, RJ Barrett had another good game, 24 points, 4 rebounds. He didn't have any assists or steals, but solid game. 10 of 19 shooting, 52% from the field. So it's good to see from RJ. He didn't hit a 3. He shot 5 of them, but at least it stopped at 5. So that's good. Julius, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 huge free throws down the stretch. He hit 6 clutch free throws at the end of the game to kind of help the Knicks go back and forth and maintain the lead. And mind you, up until that point, he was 3 of 6 from the free throw line, so he was 50%. But those last 6, fantastic job by Julius. Mitchell Robinson had 10 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks. Fantastic game for Mitch. He was everywhere when he was out there. He was definitely playing really good basketball. Jalen Brunson, I mean, we can't say enough about Jalen Brunson. He was fantastic in this game as well. 30 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. And Quentin Grimes played 31 minutes. And this is what I was kind of a little bit upset about. He took 3 shots. The Knicks did not get him really involved. He didn't even have a chance to get the touches. So, unfortunately, that's the type of thing I'd like them to change. Get your guys involved. I mean, come on. And Quickly had another bad game. I didn't mention Quickly the game before, but Quickly has been in a little bit of a bad stretch right now. He was 2 of 8 from the field, finished with 5 points. The game prior, I think he was like 1 of 12 or 1. It was bad. It was bad. He's been in a little bit of a rut, so hopefully he can get out of that sooner than later. And this was like I said, a tough game. Buddy Hield had 23, Naismith had 23, Halliburton had 15 and 10, and Benedict Mathurin had 15 and 6 rebounds off the bench. So good job by the Knicks. Way to gut it out, and can't say enough about their effort and what they've been doing in the 7-game win streak. Yeah. So I don't know what I can really say. I'm kind of shocked. I'm still a little surprised that this streak kind of came out of nowhere. I'm happy that it's going, but that's basketball. That's the NBA, and in this case, that's New York Knicks. You just don't know what to expect. So it's crazy. It's just so wild. I can't believe that the way this team was playing 3 weeks ago compared to how they're playing now, it's just nuts. It's nuts. Let me see. Shout out to Kareem Grant. What's good, twin? I see you. Appreciate you as always. Jarvis LaFleur is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Call Mega's in the building. What's good, my dude? Salute. Let me see here. Rich Boy's here. What's good, Rich Boy? Good to see you. Jersey Shore's in the building. Good to see you as well. Kareem Grant says, I don't like they hold the ball for too long. Need more ball movement. I agree with that. You definitely got to move the ball around. Get guys involved and get a good flow to the game. Yeah, I agree with that. David L said, we gave Buddy some open looks, sloppy, but we kept an eye on him enough to win. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem. When you give these guys open looks and they get a rhythm going, then when you actually try to play good defense on them, some of these guys will just get lights out on you. And, because there was 2 3-point shots that Buddy Hield hit the crossover and stepped back, and RJ was right there. He caught it right in the grill piece. Wet. Yeah, man. We've seen that before. You remember what Ricky Rubio did to us last year? That was tough. I like to forget that moment. So I think I got everybody. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Smash that like button. If you're here or if you're on your way out. I know Mondays is very busy. Shout out to all the content creators on Monday nights. The Queen's Court is on. I was on earlier with Josh on the Kontroversy. Tony Crow, Knicks and Bruises is going to be coming on in a little bit. You got For the Love of the Game. I know they were on. Shout out to them. Check their content out as well with Hard Will and Worldwide L. That's right. You know it. Number 4, OUR, Love of the Game. Look at my guy, Ghetto Intellect in the building. Salute. What's good, Ghetto Intellect? GI. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man. So very, very, very good times right now. It's nice to be a Knicks fan. I'm happy as a sports fan. My teams have all been doing really well lately and have gone above and beyond. The Mets had a good season, even if it didn't finish the way we thought it might. I can't be mad at 101 wins. They've had a great offseason. So I'm a happy Met fan. My New York Giants won a nice game yesterday. They're not a great team, guys, but they're well coached and they got some good athletes, good players on the team. They need more talent, but that's okay. So it's good to see them playing well. The Knicks, what can we say? This change of mentality, this new rotation, the inclusion of Grimes and Deuce, the attention to defense. It's been fantastic. Really, really nice to see. Yeah, I agree. So is Sim playing the 4 a thing now? No, I think actually, Kareem, I think iHeart is the 4 because I think he allows them to move the ball a little bit more because he brings his defender out there on the perimeter, even if he's not knocking down the shots, which there's only so much that the other teams are going to allow that to rock. Eventually, they're going to play off of him because he hasn't hit him. He hasn't hit the shots. We need him to knock down a couple of these shots to keep the defense honest, and he hasn't really done it. Shout out to Ashley Inc. in the building. What's good, Wiz? Good to see you, as always. Pleasure, brother. Yeah, we definitely need to see a little bit more of that. Yeah, thank you, John. He said, smash that like button. Basically, 22 watching and only 3 likes. Actually, it's 24 watching now and only 3 likes. So hit that like button, guys. Listen, if you got the chat up, just hit that chat button and bring it down. Hit the like button, hit the chat button and bring it back up. Don't worry, you be right with us, rocking and rocking. We good. So, that being said, guys, I know I mentioned what he did in the game already, but I feel like I'm gonna have to talk about him again, and that's my man Jalen Brunson. But before we get back to Jalen Brunson and what he's done, I would love for you guys to ask yourself the question that we tend to ask ourselves all the time here at Still Knicks Fans when we watch some of these Knicks players and how they play, and that is, what were you thinking? Sometimes I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. And in this case, I have to ask RJ Barrett, who's been here before in this spot, what were you thinking? Because RJ, I don't know, man. I don't know. We gotta take a look and see what RJ was thinking on this play. He definitely, I don't know. Come on, RJ. Let's see what you're doing here, RJ. What's this pass right here? Oh no, who's getting that? The Andre the Giant. I don't know who's supposed to get. Look where that's going. It's okay, RJ. Listen. It's all right, brother, man. Look, yeah, things like this happen. You go and you try to break down the guy to pass that ball out. Oh no. I don't know. I'm looking at it, and I'm just trying to think. What was he thinking? Yeah. Sorry, RJ. Let's just we'll forget it happened until the next time. That's okay. I love RJ for what he's been doing. Really good. He's been playing great in the last 5 games, or I should say, not great, but really good. Because I don't know, guys. Here's a question I want to ask you. Do you think you've seen the great RJ Barrett yet? Because I don't know if I've seen great from RJ yet. We've seen him have a great game. That game that he had against Miami when he put up the, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That was a great game. But have we seen great consistent play from him yet? I don't think so. And that's something he should strive to. He doesn't have to be a great player. He may not be able to do that consistently, but I want him to strive for it. I want him to try, cut down the turnovers, cut down the bad shots, be more selective. I take a couple shots from the outside. I don't knock them down. Okay, I got to get back inside. Oh, you know what? Instead of hitting the 3 this time or taking this 3, let me pump fake you, bring the ball in, shoot a little 18-footer or something. That's what I'm saying. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just saying. Yeah. -2 trills in the building. Salute. Good to see you. He said, guess he thought Deuce was 6'7". Yeah, I don't know, man. That pass should have been for Hartenstein. You might be right, Black Thoughts, because I don't know what he was thinking there. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, but that's okay. It is what it is. RJ's been playing great, so can't knock him too much, man. That's just a funny moment. Like I said before, we just try to kind of pinpoint and highlight when we see something that's a little wild out there that these Knicks do in the course of a game. It's just for fun, but kind of points to the mindset as well. You want to calm down with those type of plays. But back to somebody who's been playing really well and limiting. He was on this list too, though. We got him as well, but he usually tries to limit those turnovers. And he played fantastic in the last game. He played fantastic in the games against the Bulls, especially that second game. And I think he's the MVP for that game, the reason why we won it. But I also think he's an MVP for this Indiana Pacer game. Well, he's one of them. I think Julius's 6 free throws in a row are huge. So I want to shout out Julius Randle for that. He might be the MVP for that too, but we'll see. It's a tie. It's a tie in my mind. But we went with we went with Jalen Brunson in this case. Jalen Brunson finished the game with 30 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. He's a pit bull. He's got the eye of a lion. And he's definitely, guys, listen, out there, and I know there's a lot of you, because I talked to a lot of you throughout this whole process. A lot of you were not too happy about the thought of bringing Jalen Brunson here. And I know Jalen Brunson is not John Morant. I know he's not LeBron James. He's not Zion Williamson, whoever else you may think you may want. But he's Jalen Brunson, and he's a pit bull, and he's a point guard that we haven't had here in New York for quite some time. And he definitely seems like he's what we needed. Okay, so I'm happy with JB. I love that he's here. And listen, Don P, I know you're not watching this right now, but I'm looking for you. I'm gonna have to start shouting you out on every show, Don P, because I know you definitely was not feeling the Jalen Brunson move. I want to know how you feel about it now, because Jalen Brunson has been a real dog for us, man, real dog, and we need him to continue to play the way he's playing for us to keep going and keep winning these basketball games, man. He's been dope, 100%. Shout out to Delano Steele Jr., DSJ in the building. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Subliminal said, I was asking for JB back in February deadline on Knicks after party. Yeah, man, because, listen, in the beginning, when I first heard Jalen Brunson's name, I wasn't on board yet, but I knew what he could do. I just was like, okay, I want to see if we can get like DeJounte Murray or somebody like that first. That's who I wanted first. But once that kind of seemed like a pipe dream, I was like, yo, I want JB here, because I know JB can play. And really what sold me on Brunson was the fact that how he plays when Luka wasn't on the floor. And people tried to downplay that. Oh, it was just 19 games, whatever. He's been on the floor the whole season with Luka, and Luka's the man there. He takes a back seat. But when JB is running the show, when Luka wasn't there, all his numbers went up, and he was efficient. He shot 50% from the field. You can't downplay that. And then we saw what he did in the playoffs. Now, people went off on what they saw from him in the playoffs, how he lit up the opposing teams that they were playing. I didn't care about that. I cared about what he did in the regular season because it's a bigger sample size. Them 19 games without Luka, to me, was huge. So I'm happy that JB is here and he's having an all-star type season. If he continues to play this way, I definitely think he'll be in high consideration for an all-star spot. Whether or not he gets it, we don't know because, the all-star game is kind of funky sometimes. Julius Randle's been playing really well too. If he continues to play like this, he will also be mentioned in the all-star running. So we got to see how it all plays out. Yeah, man. And I love the fact that how he plays and the example he sets is rubbing off on the rest of the guys. Like even in the press conference, in the interview after the game, the last game against the Pacers, and Clyde was asking about the injury. It was good to see him out there. He's like, listen, if I could walk, I can play. That is a great mentality to have. As long as you can do it and you're not hurting yourself further, yeah, man, you want that. You want that type of mentality on your team. So, and also, yeah, David L said JB playing better now. No Luka held him back, helping JB shine. Yeah, listen. The other thing is, as you can see, Dallas is not the same Dallas team. I'm not saying Jalen Brunson is the sole reason, but Jalen Brunson is a big reason. He's not the sole reason, but he's a big reason why Dallas is not the same. Just saying. Okay. All right, guys. So that being said, and why don't we check out Jalen Brunson and how he was giving it up to the Pacers in this game? Because he was getting busy. Jalen Brunson had it all working inside, outside. He's just been clutch lately, and the outside shot has really been falling for him. So it's been nice to see. Look at JB. Look at that steal. You know how big this steal was right here, guys? This was huge. Getting out there in the break. Look at JB. Look at him. He's 6'1", guys. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about, man. This dude's fierce. The art of a lion. You guys remember that? The art of a lion. He was a boxer, Prince Nassim. I think it's Hassim or Nassim. I think it's Nassim. He used to do backflips into the ring. Yeah, dude was funny. Oh, man. Look at the little float action from JB. Very nice. Uh-oh. What's going on?
Ron, what are you doing, man?
What'd I do?
What is this segment called? It's called the Peak Performer, right?
It is called the Peak Performer, yes.
Now, this is your opinion and sometimes John's opinion, but John's on vacation, so he doesn't count at this moment. Shout out to you, John. Are you still watching? But, I need to know, because I need something to get me even more happy and excited. Let's find out if the fans agree with your assessment. To everyone who's watching right now live and those who are watching after this live recording, you can put in the comments below, put in the chat right now. Let us know, do you agree with Ron choosing Jalen Brunson as the peak performer for the last game? You can either put yay or nay, or you can throw up those little emojis we have right in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, throw up those little emojis that you guys never use.
Yeah. Come on, you gotta get our fans talking and buzzing here. We gotta find out what they believe in.
That's why Jose's the guy holding me down, man. He likes the fan interaction. He's all about that.
This is episode 9. I know we've been taking some breaks recently this year, but we're coming into a new year. You best believe that I'm gonna start throwing curveballs when it comes to our weekly predictions. So if you're not going to interact with the fans, you best believe I'm going to interact with the fans and I'm going to get their opinion. So to everyone who's watching this right now, this is your time to shine. Throw up those emoji. Let us know, do you agree that Jalen Brunson was the peak performer? Yay or nay? Give us that star eye emoji or the sick emoji.
Yeah. Please,
I'm out.
It's up to Thank you, Jose. Appreciate you, man. Okay. Got a couple yeses. Good to see. David L says yes. Wonder Woman says yes. Eric Horn in the building. Salute. What's good? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. It may not be. I mean, if this is your first time, I appreciate you. I don't know if I've seen you in the Still Nick Fans weekly chat. So thank you for being here. Yeah. Let me see.
Yo,
how that
Jigga
looks.
man, listen. We can't see the emoji on our stream, but because I have control of behind the scene YouTube, yes, I'm going to accept that emoji as a yes. It's like a fish, a blue fish with his mouth open. It looks like he's shouting. I don't know. I'm going to take that as a yes.
That's a dope emoji. That wasn't the original plan, but that's a dope emoji.
Yo, that's the dope emoji. You should take a picture. I'm going to take a picture of it and send it to you. We get posted later.
There you go. Oh, first time. Salute, Eric Horn. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you like the content and continue to come back. We appreciate having you. And, you'll be able to see more of us. When I close out the show, I'll tell you where you can find us, throughout the rest of the week. Angel Torres agrees, says JB is the guy. Yes. Okay. All right.
And I agree with Delano Steele. That's true. It's not one specific player. It's a team effort. So, salute to you.
I like that.
But the question is, do you believe Jalen Brunson is the peak performer at this moment? That's all we care about this moment. But I do like your comment. I just need to get your response to this specific question.
Cormega. Yes. Okay. And he said, yes, greetings from Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, wow. Nice. That's dope. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you. All right.
All right, Ron. I think you did a great job.
Oh, well, we try.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
Wait, before you go.
Uh-oh. Is it that time?
I think it is.
Oh, dang. Are you sure? It's so weird without John being here, though.
Oh, yeah, no, it's kind of tough, but it's okay.
But it's okay.
John knows. He's here in spirit and in the chat. So
yeah, he's also in the chat. I mean, he hasn't responded, so I don't know. Maybe he stepped away. He's having too much fun right now. Who knows? But listen, before we go on to this week's prediction, we gotta address last week's prediction. Whew. You're gonna enjoy this one, man. Are you ready for this?
I guess so.
Are you sure? How confident are you, man?
I'm not that confident, but I'm ready. Either way.
It's like, I'm not that confident. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since we did one of these weekly predictions, but we're back at it, and I'm happy to say last week, both Ron and John predicted the games of last week, and the winner and your king of prediction is actually a draw. Because both of you predicted 2 wins and both of you predicted 1 loss. Obviously, it was in different games, but it doesn't matter because you guys predicted 2 at the same time properly. With that being said, you guys are the king of predictions. All right, that's it.
Oh, see? Yeah, that was for me and John. I did that.
That was for both of you. Okay. John, congrats. But here's the thing now. It's not about what happened last week, because last week was last week, of course. That's in the past. That was deep, man. I appreciate that. But now we're going to talk about this week's prediction. And here's something interesting, Ron. Because, we're in the group chat together, right? Uh-oh. We got
What?
blocked on the stream because we played copyright music, apparently. And audio
What
and
music
video.
was that?
I
What
don't
was
know.
that?
Oh, but we're back. I see you. What? Hey, you came at a perfect time. What? What music was
Okay.
that? Hey, guys, we're back. It was just a prank. It was
I'm
just
sorry,
a prank.
guys. Yeah, I don't know. You know how YouTube be tripping, man.
Yeah,
Jarvis,
exactly.
thank you. Facts. YouTube be tripping. I don't know what the heck that was. I think there's a message, something about copyright music. What copyright music? I got the license for it. Get up out of here, YouTube. Get out of here, yo.
Get out of here.
What the hell are they talking about?
Messed up. But anyways, I
Don't
know
worry.
we lost you
I'm gonna
guys.
get to the bottom of it.
We lost you guys before, but last week both Ron and John predicted, and guess what? They are the king of prediction because it was actually a draw. I'm not gonna play any music, so that's for you. You know, just so we don't get copyright again.
Yeah. I don't know what that is about. I'm gonna find out. Don't worry. I'm gonna deal with it after this.
So last week, both of them predicted 2 wins, 1 loss for the Knicks, and obviously they only got 2 right and all. But let's talk about this week's prediction. Now, if you don't know, we're all in the group chat together. So because John went on vacation, he actually sent us his predictions early. Now, here's the issue with this, Ron. Yeah, one of you guys needs to change your fire. That's me, man. I'm like looking at it right now. Hey, man, 9-volt batteries are expensive these days. I gotta, I gotta be wise when I have to change it and all that stuff. My trick is this: you just pop out the current battery and put it back in, and it's gonna survive for another day.
There you go.
But check this out. So John sent us his prediction. Ron, you actually saw his predictions for about 2 hours now, which means that, we try not to show each other's predictions because we don't want to sway your predictions or vice versa. But look at John's prediction. He got 3 wins for the next 3 games, with the 4th game being a loss. Now, I want you to take your time, Ron. Oh, you don't have to text it to me, by the way. You can just say it.
Oh no, I actually didn't look at it. I saw that it was there, but I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
It, so.
Oh, look at you.
Hey man,
The honest policy.
If you're telling me to look at it, I'll look at it.
I mean, it's on the screen.
Oh, well, yeah, right. Yeah, Warriors, Raptors, Bulls, 76ers. Huh. Okay. We know what you're gonna do here. Okay. I'm
so,
good.
Ron, what is your prediction for these next 4 games as the Knicks are entering this week with a 7-game winning streak? John got some confidence in him. Do you?
Yep. I'm going to say Warriors, Raptors, Bulls, 76ers. 3 wins, 1 loss to the 76ers.
So you're basically copying his predictions.
Yes, because I know in the end those won't be my predictions. So go ahead, hit me with it.
Well, this was like a boring prediction. You guys are supposed to go against each other. Like, dang.
Well, but honestly, the Warriors are struggling. Steph Curry's out. The Raptors have been very, up and down. The Bulls we've beat twice, and now we get to face them at the Garden. So I can see the Knicks winning those 3 games. 76ers, Joel Embiid is a problem. And with Joel Embiid being a problem, James Harden being back, and by the time that game happens, they may even get Maxey back. I'm not sure. It's a chance, but if they get Maxey, it's just I can see them losing it. So I disagree. I agree. I'm sorry.
Okay. What does the chat think about these predictions? I'm going to leave it up there. And with that being said, I'm going to slowly fade into my background. Adios.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I wonder if we lost everybody. Like some people came back, but I hope the other people, especially the new people, didn't think that the show was just over. Like you could come back. Don't worry. YouTube can't keep a good show down, man. They try.
They
Yeah,
try, but
like
we're still
guys,
going. We continue moving
right?
forward.
Exactly. Guys like Eric Horn, and I hope y'all are still around. Yeah, they tried. YouTube slick, but that's okay. I'm gonna deal with them. I mean, in the best possible way, YouTube, if you're watching. So, let's see. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see something. Check something. So I'm curious. Yeah, I would, Craig, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. About to get off in about 5 minutes or so anyway. If I was going to keep it going, then, see, y'all got cut off like bad cable. See, Eric Horn sees it. Yeah, brother. Yeah, YouTube kind of stopped us because I guess they said we played some copyright music or something. So what they do is they gangster, man. They want to let you know that something's not right. They will halt your programming and be like, look, you did something we don't like. And then they bring you back. But I don't really like their tactics. I don't believe in their scare tactics, especially when I know what's going on. Yeah, not good, not good. All right. So anyway, hopefully you guys are for the most part back with us. That stinks. But it's okay. All right, cool. I guess so those are my picks. Does that mean they're locked in, Jose? Are we good to go?
Come on, man. Did you not remember the very first episode? Maybe you need to go back on the playlist. I'm not giving you guys any more chances to change up your mind. Once it gets put on, once I type it, it's already, that's it, it's locked in. Because it takes a lot of work for me to go in here and retype it and delete stuff, It's hard.
I hear that.
It's hard out here sometimes.
No, man, you don't deserve that, brother. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate you, bro. All right, guys. Well, I mean, there you go. It's a little anticlimactic because YouTube kind of messed up the flow. The show was going great, and YouTube had to put a little monkey wrench in it, but that's all right. We good. We good. I hear you, Eric Horn. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I know what it is, though. I think it might not even be. I don't know. It might not even be something that just happened. It might have been from earlier, like the intro. Could be that Nas hook. I'm gonna check it out though. YouTube will let you know exactly what it is. So once they let me know, then I'll argue with them. I'll fight. They'll let it go because I was right, and that's all that matters. But guys. I thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. As I always say, today's a very busy day in the Nick community. Mondays, a lot of content creators go on. So I thank you guys for being here and tuning in and rocking with us on our show. Appreciate all the other content creators. Definitely support their shows as well. And, we hope that we'll see you on the next one. I would normally go to John right now, and John would say, stay blessed.
Stay blessed. Be safe, y'all. This ain't John, but this is Jose. And maybe I'm the reason why YouTube cut us away. Woo!
Maybe you the copyright. Maybe they heard that voice and said, that's golden. Nah, you can't be playing that here. Must have been it. I don't know. Anyway, guys, as I like to say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans, we'll be back again. Whether it be on SKF Weekly on Monday nights at 9 p.m., on the NBA Report on the Nothing But Knicks Network on Thursdays at 8 p.m., or on Saturday, the Know the Ledge Show at 11 a.m. And guys, if you're new, on Saturday, the Know the Ledge Show at 11 a.m., you're welcome to come on and watch the show, but you're also welcome to join and jump on the panel. So if you want to talk about something, you're welcome to come on and join with us, and we'll chop it up. So by all means, on Saturdays at 11 a.m., Know the Ledge. That's when we get all the stuff out, man. Get the perspectives of everybody. And if you're having a tough time, we'll talk about it. So thank you guys as always. Shout out to the chat. You guys have been great. It's been fantastic. A lot of y'all came in tonight. Knowing how busy it is, it was good to see y'all. Unfortunately, sorry that I had to lose a couple of y'all for a little bit with that whole YouTube thing, but it's okay. We back and we rocking. Shout out to you guys. Salute to everybody. And thank you once again to my guy Jose holding us down on the ones and twos. Let's go, Jose. So most likely what's going to happen outside of, everything going on with the holiday, we'll probably do the Thursday, the NBA report on Thursday. And then Saturday, I'll still do the show, which will be Christmas Eve, I believe. And then we'll go into a little vacation flow. So if I decide to, if I have the time, I might be doing the shows by my lonesome next week, but we'll see. Or maybe I'll just take the week off. I haven't decided yet. Everybody needs a break, but I don't know if I need one yet. We'll see. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Let's go Knicks, man, because you know what? These games are not pushover games. Toronto's not easy to beat. As much as Golden State is going through issues, guys like Jordan Poole have been stepping up. So we'll see how that matchup turns out. Then we get the Bulls again, who definitely going to want their revenge, man. We beat them twice in a row. So that may not be a pushover, moment either. So we'll see what happens. And the 76ers are going to be tough too. So crossing my fingers, man. Hoping for the best. Guys, have a great rest of your night, great rest of your evening. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. We out.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.